Good morning once again. Here from Crypto Corner, I'm your host, Greg Harriman, and we're going to talk a little bit today just about everything is just sideways. Seems to be like everyone is waiting to see Trump is dropping in the polls. Bitcoin is staying stagnant. Even though there's a lot of movement in a lot of these coins, it seems like they're just kind of staying even. We've been saying that we thought that that would happen till about now. And right now, I'm not seeing a lot of reason that it will just like pick up and take off. But I do think that, a lot of people on vacation, August, whatever. So moving into September, and that's kind of what we thought would we be right here and we would just start seeing the volume. So once we see that volume start moving at greater numbers and we see the narrative starting to change, whether it's, like Trump and Kennedy are crypto friendly and Harris is not. So even though she's saying that she is, none of her actions are saying that she is. And I don't really want to get into politics. What I want to get into is what is good for my crypto. And so I think people are on a wait and see attitude of what's going to happen with the election. And then, so that may push us all the way out till the November timeframe. So we might be in for that ride. In between times, what we're doing is we're buying some stuff and then selling it up a little bit. And you'll see that kind of riddled throughout all the stuff that I'm going to show today is that we're buying and then we're going to sell 20% of it. A good example is we just bought, some more Jasmine, but we plan on selling it right away at 20 to 30% gain. And that's just so that we have some cash sitting there during this time. And we've seen it go up and down in the market. So with that, here's our front page that says it's not financial advice. We're in the Wild West. Good luck. Blah blah blah. But we're pretty happy with that. We're staying at about 4 times our money so far in the last year, and we're up to a year now. And where do we think it will go from here? We still think we can do 2 to 3 times our money. And I'm hoping if everything kind of plays out the way that I believe it will, we can get 2 to 3 times our money between now and January. And then, depending on who gets in the White House, depending on a few different variables, I think that we could even do much better than that. So let's take a look at again, I just also like to show this because if you look at where this blue arrow is, we get all of these corrections while if you look at from beginning to end, it is almost going up, it seems like forever. It's not. All these drops, they're like 30%. So don't be surprised if that happens. If Bitcoin drops 30%, then the altcoins are dropping 60%, something like that. So don't be surprised. That's why we buy and then we sell, and we constantly are hoping that almost in a way that it runs through this cycle so that we buy again low, like we just did to Jasmine. Okay, so you'll see that this week, again, we bought some more XRP, but we switched from ETH and Bitcoin, which went up nicely this last week, right? So we bought this at around 50,000. So we're up 10 to 15% on the Bitcoin. Now we've decided we're holding that. We think that's a long-term play now, and we want it in our percentage fall to be in that 65% of safer money. So what we did this week is we went back through Dot and Atom, and because we're getting the 15%, and the more that we can put into that 15%, it's buying coins while it's low here at $4. So you get your 15% if you're on Coinbase One. And on top of that, you're buying at $4, which we think is going to $8 or $10. So you're going to double that money. And anything that you got on the 15%, you're going to double that money as well. And we think that's a really good deal. So we always only stake about 85%. And then we sell the 15% as it goes up. So at one point, it went from $4 and something all the way to $8. We sold off a bunch of it, and then we've been buying back since. So hopefully that's what you're doing. We've shown that that's how we've gotten to 4 times our money. Um, Jasmine, if you look even after this today, it declined. We went ahead and bought some today. But you have to do your own conviction, and you have to decide what's good for you and where you want to go. Okay, so the Jasmine chart. So we thought we would hit a little bit of a high here, and then we would come back down here. So we think now it's just going to stay this low, and then it's going to go back up. What we're doing, we're buying here. We plan on selling here. So buy here, but put in a sell order of 0.032. And when you do that, you'll get 20 something percent on that money. So that is, to me, as you're going along, gaining 20% here and there, even if it's on $200, is $40 that you can now buy back way lower. And then that $40 is going to be worth, $60 or $80. Now, again, if you're dealing with numbers that are much bigger than that, then that's only helpful. XRP, we continue to think that this is going to be a good look. This is our buy zone still. We're going right back into the buy zone, which is what we thought we would do. And we did buy some down in here, not all the way down at the low, but we did buy some here. And we think we will be selling some at 90 cents. And when we do that, we think, does it have a chance to go down one more time? We're not sure. At some point, these will be, the lowest lows. So like when you look at here and you see this at 37 cents, that is now the lowest low. We came down here, but we only came to 41 cents. So that's a 10% difference right there as a lower low. What we want to see is the next lower low. We'd love to see that around somewhere in the 50 cent range. And then the next lower low at 57 cents. And then it slowly makes that climb. And that's what we're looking for. ETH, you can see, is exactly what we talked about. We bought this last week, and look at what it's done. This was our buy zone. We bought in the bottom part of this box, and we're already breaking out of this box. And we think it'll come back up here to 3,300 to 3,400. And then we think eventually on the bull run, it can get as high as 7,200. So that, again, would be 3 times your money. And it's the safest one of the safest that you can do. And so we just feel like we have to have some of those safe ones in our portfolio. We won't make as much money. Like Jasmine, we made a lot of money on, but ETH we won't, but we don't worry about it. It's going to go up and down, but we think it's on a slow, steady climb. And here's our percentage ball. So you'll see this week we bought DOT and Atom XRP, and then we just bought Jasmine. And this is in our smaller, 30%. We hope that, again, you guys are doing the same. You'll see we're hanging around that 4,500 from a $1,000 investment. So we're at 4 times our money right now. We think that this 4,000, we believe, can be over 10,000 by the end of the year based on the percentage ball that we're at. So we hope that you guys have a percentage ball. We hope that you've got it listed out like this so that you see. And again, the reason that we do this is like Luna C. Remember, a lot of people, their whole percentage ball is Luna C, like 90%, because they had made so much money, they lost it all in a day. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure we're taking gains. We want to make sure that we never put ourselves in that big, and even at our 65%, you can see we have 5 or 6 that are in that, that range. And this 5%, which is done pretty well, XRP is just starting to move. Jasmine was really good for us. Super was really good for us. So in this 15%, we've made a huge amount of our money. And each time we come in and we put it back in here where we think we'll get 3 times our money. So when you look at $3,000 is in this, and if we get 3 times that based on these, then we'll be at $9,000 just based in our 65%. Not to mention if Jasmine, which we think could 10x, IMX, which we think could 5x, Super, which we think could 3x, all of those are also going to be up there. So, the sky's kind of the limit. But again, you have to see what you have conviction on. Why do we have conviction on some of these? Let's just go through for just a second. Jasmy is the internet of things. We think that there's a Japanese Bitcoin. We feel like that has a lot of traction and can go a long way. Super gaming, Gala gaming, Naka gaming, IMX gaming. So we're taking a risk factor there where these dot layer one, XRP, again, it's converting money. So like it is fast transactions. S fund is where all of these funds go to launch. So we have a lot of variation in there. So we hope that you have that variation. We hope that you don't have to pick any of these. You can pick whichever ones you want and you can go from there. As of A5, you guys can read this. I don't really want to read it. I'm just trying to show you like what is still happening. But I think time is our biggest factor here. I don't know. I was really feeling like we get to where we are right about now, which was 8:15. I thought we were going to start moving, and now I'm not. I'm not feeling that as much. I'm feeling like we might be stagnant until we get more clarity. For whatever reason, Trump continues to drop in the polls. He's the best crypto candidate. We should expect that if he gets in, the crypto will go higher. If Harris gets in, crypto will go lower. Now, that doesn't mean we can't play those markets. Either one can win and we're still going to be okay. We just have to know how to play it. So I hope that you're thinking that way and that you're jumping on board with us there. We still think we're in the optimism phase where this lasts for a while. The belief phase is the next phase where people, you see everyone talking about it, everyone engaged because people are starting to make life-changing money. And then once that happens, then the rest of the money comes into the market. That's when we get everyone is like euphoric and going, oh, this is awesome. And, the thrill of doing all this. When we get there, that's when we plan on taking that money out, putting it aside, and then waiting to re-enter the market down here. And then we're going to start this cycle all over again, especially, let's say if the answer is you're at 15,000 and then you come back and you're buying Dot and Atom again at $15,000 and that's a big percentage of your portfolio that you're getting 15% on. Now you're getting a couple $1,000s a year on that just to exist. You don't have to worry about it. You part of our philosophy is we want to be able to sleep at night. Okay, I know this got a little bit long. I do need you to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, talk to other people about it if you will. That would be great for me. I'm trying to grow this. I'm trying to give you good alpha. Hopefully I am. Leave me comments if there's something you'd like to see. I am looking at a couple things right now of what other tools do I use to get to my numbers so that you guys can see a little more. But what I really want you to do is take screenshots throughout this thing and say, okay, he's buying here, he's selling here, he's doing this, and then he's not just buying. He's buying and selling at specific ranges. And then you can see where those ranges are in the TA. So hopefully you got something out of this. Smash the like button. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time on Crypto Corner.